Hello, lovers.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We really want to share our conversation hearts with you.
Welcome to Likewise's third annual Week of Love with a new bookish episode every day. I'm Issa.
And I'm Sam, and we're so excited for you to join us and our Galentines while we share our love of romance books.
What can I say? We love love.
Happy Thursday. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for Week of Love. Um, I know we're already in it. Um, a little look behind the scenes is that it really truly is Thursday morning when I'm recording this. It's just been such a crazy, hectic, busy week that I haven't had any time until now. But yeah, I'm so excited for all of this. And so if you don't know, Sam and I are doing just like kind of like mini author interviews today. Just because like every year for Likewise birthday, we do co-host interviews, but we've never really talked to each other about the writing side of things. And so we're like, well, what better time to do that than Week of Love when we're interviewing bookish people and just getting to know that side of them and then getting to know that side of us. So I'm really excited to be doing that. If you haven't listened to Sam's mini, that was on Monday. It was so good, so fun. My questions, I feel like were so chaotic, but she answered them so well. She did it all so well as per usual. So again, if you haven't listened to that one, and if you haven't listened to the kickoff episode where we kind of described the week, if you haven't listened to Sydney Applegate's interview, which we came out with on Tuesday, or Megan from Megan's Bookish Life podcast, which came out yesterday, Wednesday, day 3. Oh my gosh, you need to catch up. Listen to all 4 of those back real quick. They're so good, so fun. If you are a longtime listener, then you know that every single solo episode we have, Sam and I not kind of, we talk about our little bev of the day. I just have water today because, again, I just woke up and oh my gosh, like you can hear it in my voice. So I need to be hydrated. I need to start the day well. So water it is. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So we each took time to write down our own questions for each other, and I actually did take one from Sam. So um, again, if you haven't listened to Sam's, go listen to it, and then you'll know exactly which one I took from her. It was just so good. I couldn't have phrased it any other way, and I was already thinking something like that. So thank you. Okay. So the first question for me from Sam is, we both probably haven't thought about this very much, but how would you describe your writing style? Could be 3 words, a whole description, or anything. Um, oh my gosh. My writing style, it truly is just like my inner monologue. Um, I don't know, like writing out the chapters for like Me for You, I was just kind of detailing it the way that my inner monologue does, which great thing for Hallie. I don't think that was great for Cade because he's a man. So I don't really know. I mean, obviously, like I kind of tried to cater it and like make it more of like for a novel for like romance and like all that stuff, but I don't know. It just felt very me, which maybe I should reflect on and be better at and make it not so me in my inner monologue, or like really thinking about like, okay, this is how I feel like Sam would think, or this is how I feel like someone else we know would think, because like we're kind of modeling this character after that person or after that person, or whatever. Like, so kind of just like that. And then yeah, I don't really know. Dang, I did not prepare for these. Like, I read them, but I didn't want to like make lots of. Anyways, it's fine. Um, yeah. So my writing style, I'd feel like just in general. I mean, I don't write a lot, but from the things I have written, like for classes or for the book or whatever, I would say it's very much like my inner monologue and like my dream of what this character would do or that character would say, Um, also just like so much chaos and so much planting. So that's a combination of planner and pantser. So planner is someone who plots and it has a really solid detailed outline, and then pantser is someone who flies by the seat of their pants. Someone who doesn't plan stuff out and just hopes for the best. We're very much plantsers. So, um, yeah, just kind of all over the place. Um, yeah, it's, I don't know, just fun. Teenage girl vibes, even though I'm mid late 20s teenage girl. Okay. The next question is, who is an author or writer you look up to? What about them or their writing is inspiring? My gosh, I absolutely adore Emily Henry. Emily Henry, like she's auto by author all the time, always. Um, I don't know, it's like her writing, it just it feels like my favorite rom-coms. And it feels like home and it feels familiar. And even before I like really was into her and read her, like, okay, People We Meet on Vacation was my first ever Emily Henry book that I read. And I actually, it took me so long to get through. And I don't know why, and I don't know what was going on. And so I originally gave it like 4 stars, I think. 3.5 or 4 stars because I was like, well, it didn't like hook me because I didn't like binge it all in one reading, or I didn't, or it took me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to read, or whatever. Like I wasn't into it or something. But I could not stop thinking about that book. Like I was just thinking about Alex and Poppy. I was just thinking about their dynamic. I was thinking about their friendship. I was thinking about the yearning. I was thinking about the history. I was thinking about everything. And I could not get it out of my head. So then I had to go back and change my Goodreads rating to 5 stars. And I think something about the way that Emily Henry writes, like it's just so familiar and it's just so comforting, because it really truly does remind me of like a 2000s rom-com. And those are my favorite, like my favorite movie ever, like not just my favorite rom-com, but favorite chick flick, but my favorite movie ever is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like that is my comfort movie. That is the something I will go back to time and time and time and time and time again. Like I have watched it like 3 times through, like right in a row. Like I love that. I love that movie. I love that film. I love those characters so much. And that is home for me. That is familiar. That is comforting. And Emily Henry, she just gets it. Like for me, I don't know how else to describe it. And it's so funny because people tell me, oh my gosh, Issa, you're so well spoken, you're so articulate, but I do not feel that way at all. And so I have like 3 words in my vocabulary. And I just adore her writing and it is just so sweet. And I every time I write, every time like I try to do something like, okay, how do I make this M hen, but like in my style or like in my voice, right? Um, I also love Ali Hazelwood. I've read all of her STEMinist novels and novellas. I haven't read Check and Mate or Bride or Mate or um, Deep End or Problematic Summer Romance. Oh my gosh, I haven't read like the second half of her catalog. Ah! I used to be caught up, but then she kept releasing more and then I didn't have time. Okay, so maybe I haven't read all of her STEMinist novel. Anyways, I love her writing as well. And my favorite thing about her writing is her passion to bring in, like, to bring her 2 worlds together, like the STEM and then the romance, right? And I think that is so special and it's so fun. And I am just obsessed with how she does it because it's not in a way where it's like, ugh, here's another woman trying to bring something in, and or here's another person trying to make a point, or here's blah, blah, like not she's not trying to prove something with her writing, right? Like she's not trying to be like, oh, see, we can do it too. Like, she's not that way. And I, it is so refreshing for me. It is so sweet to be able to read a novel and like see, like, actually experience someone's passion, like someone's passion for science, someone's passion for whatever it is, right? Like, and you can just tell through their writing and they don't have to like make it like this big old huge point, like their entire personality, blah blah blah, whatever, right? Um, And like that's really inspiring for me because I'm like, okay, what are my passions? How do I get that onto paper? How do I do that in a way that doesn't feel like I'm just trying to say, oh my gosh, everyone needs to know about this because like this, like whatever, right? Um, and so my version of that was kind of like merchant concerts with Hallie and Cade and the band. And I don't know if that came across. I don't know if people were like, "Oh my gosh, wow, that's so fun that like they love concerts or like that they love this or like they're so passionate about this and then they put it into this book or like we get it and like that's what we can glean from this novel, all this stuff." I don't know if that's how it came across. But that was very much my goal, at least with writing it. Like we didn't want to do it in a way that felt inauthentic. We want to be very genuine with it and we want to be very like comfortable and easy and not something that was like, okay, that's just weird that they're doing it this way and stuff. Um, so yeah, I I love Emily Henry's comfortability, her familiarity, her just the home feeling of it, and I love Ali Hazelwood's passion of, like, bringing in her 2 worlds together, and I think it's so sweet, and it's done so, so, so well. Um, yeah. Oh, I feel like there's more. Oh, I can't remember, but, like, obviously in all of our author friends that we've made, it's so fun to read their works and to buy their books and support them. And it's just like indie author is something so special, right? Because it's like that is so much money coming out of your pocket, and people don't realize the work that really comes with that. And like the financial backing, the actual time and effort spent on all the things, on marketing, on socials, on like formatting or editing or everything, anything and everything in between. It is so cool. And I am so inspired and I'm so in awe of everyone who does it. Like, whether I read the books or not, whether I like the books or not, like, it is so encouraging to see that and to be able to be a part of the community, the author community, the indie author community, the bookish space in any sort of way I can get. And so I feel very privileged and honored to be able to know the people I do. The next question is, if you were to solo write a book, what do you think it would be? Genre, style, etc. I know we've talked about the idea of a nonfic or memoir. Yeah. I can't really imagine myself solo writing, authoring like a fiction novel. I don't know. Like I think it would be really fun, but it's just it's so fun like being able to like just run every single idea by someone else, and which is really funny because I am a huge control freak and so I like things going my way. But the fact that like with writing that I want someone else to like be part of the entire process and like know all these things and blah 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 blah, like I feel like that's so funny and just so not like anti me, but like almost anti me. um yeah, I think if I were to solo write a book, it would probably be a memoir of some sort, or it would be, yeah, nonfic. Probably not a whole autobiography. There's not a whole lot going on. Um, I guess my life, like, it's so funny because I talk to my mom about this all the time because her life, oh my gosh, I think she should write a book about her life. Like, there's so much that has happened in her life, and we talk about it all the time. And sometimes, like, we even find out new things. We're like, she's like, oh, I never thought about it like that before. I'm like, you're nuts. But it's so funny because when we look at our own lives, we're like, oh, yeah, nothing really. That's kind of boring, or like only a few things have happened to me, or like I've only done a few things and stuff. But then like if you take an objective step back and like look at your life, or if you kind of put the events of your life and like attach someone else's name, you're like, oh my gosh, that person has a lot. Like that's really interesting stuff. And so it's funny looking at it that way. Um, but yeah, I'd probably write something nonfic, just kind of go through my experiences, my own things, maybe more like a journal style. I don't know. Like, I don't think I'm like expert level in a subject, so I couldn't write something like how to better your life or how I got through grief or how this affected me or like how to, like, I couldn't write a how to. I couldn't write like a step by step thing or like a, I don't know. I don't know. This I feel like this is so much further away, or like this is so much, oh, what's the word? See, this is what I'm saying. I only have like 3 words in my vocabulary. Um, I feel like the probability of this happening is so much less than me writing another fiction novel with Sam. Um, I love that other people write solo fiction novels. I love that other people have like such clear visions of what they want to do. And I'm so stoked. Like Sam with her solo projects, I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I am her biggest fan, or at least I'm competing to be her biggest fan. And I love it so much. And truthfully, like if that's all I ever do in the solo area, my cup is more than filled. So, yeah. The next question is, are there any tropes you would love to try writing or any that you absolutely do not want to write? I, oh my gosh, it's so sad because like I do not like a love triangle because, and okay, I know that people love a love triangle because the there's so much yearning, there's so much um oh my gosh, I cannot think. I don't know. I know that people love a love triangle for like however many reasons, like all the stuff. But I don't like a love triangle because I don't like being wrong. I don't like rooting for the wrong person. And so I never wanted to write a love triangle. But then we low-key wrote a mini love triangle in Me for You. And yeah. Okay. I know for a fact that I do not want to write any sort of white shoes. I like that is just not my cup of tea. That is not for me. That is not something that I want. So I will not be doing that. Yeah. I think it'd be really fun. Fake dating is my favorite trope ever. I I think that all started with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and also Princess Diaries 2. Oh my gosh, royal engagement. Like I love it so much. And so I think that would be really fun to write fake dating. Um Enemies to lovers would be so fun, but I don't think I would write that well. I I think it would be really hard, just because I don't know, like it's I don't know. Kudos to everyone who is able to do enemies to lovers. I eat it up every time, so keep it going. Um, Obviously, I love friends to lovers, and we've done that. Um, and why are no other tropes coming to me? I don't know. Um, yeah. Oh my gosh, hidden identity. That would be really fun too. I love a hidden identity. Ah, so fun. Um, yeah. I think those are like the biggest ones, just like fake dating and hidden identity. Those would be really, really fun. Um, Hard to do, but really fun. Oh, I want to do those. Okay, next question is, what do you like writing more, and are any of your preferences different between writing or reading? And then she has like a quick little list. So this is very reminiscent of our um interviews that we used to do, and like at the very end we'd have like a rapid fire this or that thing. So, external or internal dialogue? Oh my gosh. I think I have to go internal dialogue for both reading and writing. I just love knowing a person's thoughts and a person's feelings, like seeing, hearing, listening, reading, whatever, someone's inner monologue. That is probably my favorite thing because that's where you get to know the motivations, that's where you know the intentions, that's where you really get to know the character. And yes, don't get me wrong, I love some banter between characters. I love the deep conversations. I love the get to know yous. I love the sibling lore. I love the family dynamics. I love it all. But yeah, internal dialogue. That's my favorite. That one feels the easiest for me to write. Um, and just again, because I go off of my own internal monologue, and so I'm like, okay, Issa, like, just put all your thoughts down, and then we can edit it later. We can make it more of this person. We can get it um, somewhere else. Okay, next one is dual or single POV, point of view. Oh, this is so hard. Okay. Me for You started as single POV, and we were gonna do some things to make it so you kind of got Cade's point of view a little bit. But then we're like, okay, what if we just try writing Cade's perspective? And we did it, and it was so easy. Like it was almost easier writing as Cade than it was as Hallie. And we're like, okay, so we need this. So I think I'll have to go with dual POV. Ah, I kind of love not knowing what another character's thinking. And it's really fun. And an example that I love is Fourth Wing, and you don't get Zayden's point of view until like one of the last chapters in the book, and it's really cool because it's not something you're expecting to get because it's just Violet the entire time. Um, but then you kind of see these other things about him. It's like, oh, wait, there's more to the story. And it's just so cool, but I do love knowing what both characters are thinking. I love knowing kind of the inside thoughts of everyone. So dual POV for both reading and writing. MMC or FMC point of view. MMC for sure. Like I'm a girl, I know what girls think and I know like all the stuff going on, and so I'm already in my head all the time. But just give me a grade A yearning man. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, yes, please. But also, like, I don't think I would want to read a whole book just from male main character point of view. Um, just because I don't want to be in a boy's head for that long. But oh yeah, ultimately, um, male main character over female main character point of view. Okay, and then flashbacks or present moment. Oh my gosh, this is really, really hard. I think writing, I like present moment. Reading, I think I like flashbacks. So writing for the present moment, I it's just easier. It's just easier because in flashbacks you get into like, okay, well, it's a flashback, but do you use past tense or present tense? Like it should be present tense, and then present tense like you or present moment like you probably should be using present tense, but I don't know. It just gets confusing and I like to be as least confused as possible. So writing in the present moment um just feels easier, and then you don't have to deal with like, okay, well, how are they feeling all the way back then, like were their feelings there, or were the like what was the situation like, what were their circumstances outside of this moment, like blah blah blah, all the stuff. And yes, you get that with the present moment too, but you're already writing all the present moments, and so you kind of lead up to it, so it's it feels more natural, it feels kind of more like life. But reading, oh, I love a flashback because I love lore. I love the lore. Give me all the lore, so I will read flashbacks all day. I love it. I love it so much. Like people we meet on vacation, I love it. So those are the kind of this or that's. Oh my gosh, those were so good. And the final question is, we resonated a lot with write what you know when co-writing and often put pieces of ourselves into the characters. Which character do you relate to the most, or what parts of you do you see in multiple characters? Oh my gosh, that is such a good question. And she actually added this after she initially put all the questions down. Sam, you are a genius. I love this. I I I resonate with honestly like all of them in various ways. I very much, again, I just put my internal monologue and then changed it for each character to be more of their personality and stuff. And Sam said that she was just thinking like for Hallie, for example, I relate to Hallie a lot. Just in her not like wishy-washy thinking, because I don't think she's wishy-washy. I think she's very sure, and she's like she knows what she wants. She knows like what she wants to do, but she's so timid to do it she because she doesn't have like everything that she feels like someone in her position should have yet, like the experience or the knowledge or like the connections or the fill in the blank, right? And so I feel like she's kind of misunderstood in that way, just because like a lot of feedback we got about Hallie was that like, she's like, she doesn't know what she wants, or she's so confusing, or she's confused, or like, just make a decision, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And, but like, writing what I know, like, like, that is me. And it's so funny because like our author friends, like, a lot of them, like, we talk and have conversations, and it's so funny because like some of them are like, I got comments about the FMC and blah blah. It's like, okay, well, I'm sorry you didn't like her, but that's me. And I feel very that way about Hallie, and just like her passions and like everything driving her. Like, she wants to be the best. She wants to like do the best with her friends, and she just wants like all these things, but like she she doesn't know if she's like, she knows she's in the right spot because like that's where her heart is, but she doesn't know if she's actually supposed to be there. She doesn't know if like that, if she's just taking up someone else's place, or if she's just there because they need someone to be there, right? And so I think she's very misunderstood in that. But like her friends like help her out, and like they see her and they love her, they know her, all that stuff. Cade, his internal monologue is my internal monologue. It's just, well, maybe not. I don't know. He's so funny. He's so lover boy, and I he's so funny. I love him. Um, Ruby, oh, she's my inside thoughts. She says all the things I wish I could say. Um, Mel is like my chaos queen. She says things without thinking, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, wait, sorry, I should have thought about that first." And so she's also very much me in that sense. But like also just so like she's type A with a little bit type B of like in her personality, if that makes sense. Like type type A in her productivity, type A in like her everyday life stuff, but type B in like her conversations. I don't know. And maybe I'm getting a totally different read on all these characters than Sam, but oh, what I was saying earlier, and then I started talking about Hallie. Sam said that she like just kind of thought about like when she was writing Hallie, she'd be like, okay, what would Issa say? Okay, what would Issa do? And blah 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 blah. Okay, blah blah, all this stuff. So Hallie's kind of this feels so weird to say. Hallie's kind of modeled after me, which is so funny. I like didn't we did not go into her with that sort of thing, but I think just because like I was writing a lot, and like I had a lot of free time at the beginning, so like I was writing a lot of chapters, and so we kind of got to know the characters from like the things that I wrote, and then Sam was kind of like trying to match, and then so it just kind of came from that. So writing what we know and what do we know best ourselves, and then that just comes out in the work whether we want it to or not. It's just very very interesting. um yeah, I love them. They're so fun, and I'm excited to eventually get back to writing them for book two. um, yeah. This, oh my gosh, this was so much fun. I loved it. I'm so glad that Sam had this idea of doing little author interviews for minis this week. It's been really special, and I'm so, so, so excited for the final day of week of, wait, no, tomorrow's not the final day. Oh my gosh, thank God. That scared me. Ah. No, tomorrow's episode, Friday, is such a special one. We have editor Lauren of Author's Best Friend coming on tomorrow, and that is a conversation you don't want to miss. We pick her brain, all things editing, all things author's best friend, and having a best friend who is an author who she edits for, and like that relationship that they have. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so fun, and yeah, really don't want to miss it. So, thank you so much for listening to today's episode, to hearing me ramble about all the things. Sam, these were such amazing questions. They really made me think. Ah, it was so good, so fun, and I love Week of Love. So, yes, can't wait for all that's to come, and I hope each of you listeners have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.